We're back. Sometimes crap happens. We all love collecting stuff from our favorite band. And Rush has done an amazing job through the years. An insanely amazing job, meaning that they're marketing it, and I'm not sure who's doing it. But the fact is, I see something with the name Rush on it, and I want to collect it. I think that's called obsessive compulsive disorder. That's definitely, I definitely suffer from that. Just before I came in here down in my bunker to talk to you guys, I spent over an hour. And by the way, it's the middle of the freaking night. A lot of times, because that's not even a great word. I've had multiple neck surgeries. I am now fused from my second vertebrae to the base of my skull. And I say now, I've been living with this crap for 30 years. So my days are long, my days are difficult, my days are hard because of pain. Sucks. It freaking sucks. But I deal with it, and I try to maintain my positivity. And sometimes I fail at that, but don't we all, right? None of us are perfect. Me, I'm the greatest among. So therefore, a lot of times it's not till the middle of the night, at least after midnight, till I'm feeling halfway decent. I'm feeling like Eric. I want to be able to feel like myself, meaning I want to feel good enough to be jovial, to want to share with you. And I don't mean to make this all about me, although you are watching my channel, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But guys, we're talking about all of this stuff, and it's crazy, right? It's an amazing band, amazing music, and the best lyrics ever written. It's Rush. But all of a sudden, we're buying bobbleheads and toys, hats, and lunchboxes? Now, one thing you guys haven't seen, I'm going to get out by the way, this is my new phone. I'm going to do a video about this soon. This phone is freaking awesome. This is the Samsung Galaxy S25. My wife got a deal. It's been years since I got an upgrade. So there you go. By the way, that's the guy headed to the temples of Syrinx. 3 in the morning. Okay. So I'm going to whip out my camera here. I could have put that a better way. I'm going to take out my phone, and I'm going to record. I am now recording what's on the wall in front of... All right, so there's me in a monitor, right? You can see me in real time. I am talking. You can see my mouth moving. I'm going to pan up, or tilt up, actually. Panning is this way. Tilting is this way. It's just a technical TV term. All right, so I'm looking at... And by the way, I'm showing you I believe it's the R30 drum set. This has been hanging on my wall ever since I built this room down in the bunker. And over here to the left, up there in the corner, you can see, by the way, there's an original 1983 Star Wars B-Wing fighter from Star Wars. Yeah, that's original, guys. That sucker's original. All right, so, yeah, that is... But on the wall, you can see I have a black thing hanging there. I have a big reflective surface for my light. That's so you can actually see me, right? So it's hard to see people in the dark. Lights are helpful. All right, but I have a reflector. But so I'm covering a part of Peart's drum set. But for TV production, I made that small sacrifice. Plus, it's probably like a floor tom, or something like, who cares? All right, so there it is. That's on the wall. I love that so much. When you love a band, we collect almost anything, right? Rush could come out with a box of toothpicks. Like, dude, those are Rush toothpicks. And it says 2112 on the side. Gotta have them. And then you pick your teeth and you throw it in the trash. What is that obsession with our favorite bands, right? It just, but I don't care. I believe that most of you also enjoy loving Rush, collecting Rush stuff. Let's now look at, well, I could have started that better. Let's try it again. Let's now look at the awesome painting my wife got me for Christmas a few years ago. This is the painting. My Rush, by the way, you can see there's a Hylian sword to the left there. Okay? That's from Zelda, and the hilt is broken. But you know what? Given Tears of the Kingdom and that we have to repair weapons, I love that the hilt is broken. So that's my Hylian sword. By the way, that belongs to my son Landon. He has graciously allowed me to keep that on my wall. So it's part of my backdrop, and I love Zelda. I love Zelda more than you know. And then, of course, this is my Star Wars poster autographed by Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford, celebrating the re-release that happened about 25-something years ago. Over there is my autographed Dream Theater. All of Dream Theater signed the Dream Theater album. But, guys, yes. Here's what's awesome. The artist that made this poster, her initials are Art. How cool is that? But yeah, celebrating Rush in 40 years, R40, and all that good stuff. This is my custom. And she commissioned this to be painted for me. And this is what you see behind me in all of my different, all my different videos. Now, if we pan over slowly to here, this poster is signed by Larry Bird. That's right, up there in the corner. He is my favorite basketball player of all time. I'm a huge Celtics fan, and this is signed by Larry Bird. And to prove that this is signed by Larry Bird, this is a picture of Larry Bird signing the poster back behind me. Let's go, whatever, I'll go this way. Yeah, so yeah, this is him actually signing it with Sharpie in hand. Visual proof, there's a certificate on the back, but yes, my favorite basketball player from the Boston Celtics, Larry Bird, signed the poster behind me. So yes, I have an autographed Star Wars, a custom Rush painting, and an autographed Larry Bird. I also have one of my favorite cooks of all time, one of my favorite chefs, Alton Brown. I have something autographed by him as well. Why do we collect stuff? You and I love Rush, whether it's your favorite band or one of the bands that are one of your favorites. Rush is up there, right? We all recognize the genius, the hard work, tenacity, and near perfection drum playing, lyric writing of Neil Peart, but also the mastery of bass, and he's an amazing singer too, Geddy Lee, and the virtuoso of both one-liners and guitar playing, Alex Lifeson. Rush is a once-in-a-lifetime. Once in a lifetime. That's why I have dedicated so much of my time to talking about Rush. I've dedicated decades to collecting Rush stuff. And really, stuff is the best word in this place. Here's why. Yes, I have the t-shirts. We've talked about that. And I didn't get to show you while we were talking about t-shirts. I got this at the concert. This was up here high on my wall over here to my left, just past the Star Wars ship. Anyway, it's above the closet door of my bunker down here. A Roll the Bones hat from the Roll the Bones concert. So yes, I have the hat. But, yeah, you have to have your Starman lunchbox. And what's inside? Well, it's not hard to guess with me. It is full of Star Wars knickknacks, lightsabers, swords, capes, even Lego figures, R2-D2. Okay, there's an old Fisher-Price toy in here. But yeah, this is kind of like a miscellaneous box. I messed up Endor Leia without her hair. Nice. Good look. I think she's going through treatment, so pray for her. She has cancer. Wow, that's a dark joke. Don't care. All right, this is a sand person missing his hands. But yeah, I mean, there's just weapons after weapons in here. This whole box is full of Star Wars miscellaneous weapons and accessories for my different Star Wars figures. Mostly, though, this stuff is from the 25 years ago. In that time, Star Wars had reissues of like their entire line. The Millennium Falcon you see right back here. That, by the way, is from 25 years ago. It has lights and sounds, and you can play inside. It has a little board where you can play the game for that kind of 3D chess stuff that they do. Why do I bring that up? Well, number one, when you watch the, I believe, first season of Stranger Things, and they're down in the basement, and they've already encountered 11. And 11 is over there, and there's this one scene in one of the episodes of season 1 where she's using her powers, her telekinetic powers, and she's lifting up a Millennium Falcon. That show takes place in the 80s. Guess what? The Millennium Falcon they used for that shot is not from the 80s. That is the one that I have right back here. Meaning that was actually made and produced back in 99, 2000. So at this point, it's 25 years old. On the way to being an antique. Dude, what's up with that? How is 2000, the year 2000, 1999, 2001, burned into our skulls? We'll never forget 9/11. Never forget, guys. Never forget what happened to us that day. Whew. Getting serious. Back to the... All right, so... Point is, about all this, we collect stuff. Why do we collect stuff? We collect stuff because I think, A, I love the band, Rush. B, I do have obsessive compulsive perfectionist tendencies, yes. That's part of why I tend towards being an artist. I'm not a traditional artist, though. My dad can sculpt, he can paint, he can draw, he can build with wood or any other material. He is a traditional, hands-on, tactile artist. However, my skill set has tended towards, been trained for, and many, many years experience of being a digital artist. That's what I can do. I can make Photoshop files, and create art that way. I can make videos. I'm doing my best to talk to you on camera. All of these are digital arts. That's my specialty. At least I try, right? That's all we can do. All right, so moving on. Why are you here? Because we're here. Let's roll the Funko. These are 3 Funko toys. Why did I start all of this by talking about the middle of the night? Because I just spent over an hour looking for, I have 2 of these. This one is obviously empty, which contained these 3 figures inside. These Funko Pop figures. I can't believe I'm getting this correct. Okay? Getty and Neil and Alex. And it came inside... That's not funny. Okay. We're back. Sometimes crap happens. The best laid plans of mice and men. That's the back of of the box. It's a 3-pack of Funko Pops, okay? If you go get in a time machine, let's just say it's a DeLorean. All right? Go back in time. The year 1972 to 1974, somewhere in that time period. Okay? Let's go with 74. And you walked up to Rush right after they play Cleveland on August 26, 1974, the first time they're on broadcast, the day I was born. You walk up to them and say, guys, someday there's could be a toy made of you. What do you think they would say? I think Neil would roll his eyes and light a cigarette and walk away. Alex would probably make some kind of one-line crack, and Getty would be like, yeah, I can see it. So the point is, can you imagine a young, hungry, early 20s Rush, just starting out in America, big, beautiful America, finding success, and they will in the next couple of years. And someday there'll be a toy of them. Can you fathom that? Why do I say all this? Dreams. Guys, don't give up. Don't give up. Recently, I have suffered from a crisis of confidence. Hey, that's not bad. Let's go with that. I've suffered from a crisis of confidence. Sounds like something a stupid therapist would say. But we're going to still go with it. The point is, all the crap going on in my life has made me start to doubt my ability to charge forward, seize the day, and attempt to make my dreams come true. And that can happen to all of us. When you're in it, allow those dark days to happen, but don't lose that spark. A lot of times I'll do this. Okay, we're circling back. I hate that term given who came up with it. But let's think back to what I talked about earlier. How it took me all day to feel good enough to talk to you now. If I let that get me down enough, depressed enough to where I never feel like coming in here and talking with you, then this wouldn't have happened. So don't give up. Allow those times to happen and keep going. Speaking of, and what does Getty say? Yes. Yes, I think that's a good idea. And if Neil were here with us, he'd also say yes. And so would Alex. He'd say yes. That's right, guys. Rush has bobbleheads. Yes. Yes, they have bobbleheads. And of course, our man, our Neil, with his kimono, of course. Not the best decision they ever made, but hey, it's part of the legacy, right? The Rush bobbleheads. Yes, I agree. It's pretty great. And Ged's like, guys, get back to work. We have to make an album. Fine. All right. Rush bobbleheads. This also came out from Funko. Exit stage left. That's the girl. And you can see her in the picture right behind her on the back. The album cover. This is mint in box. Just like my other set of bobbleheads is also mint in box. Now, my only request, my deepest heart's desire, is that we have the set of Funko toys, right? But I would love to see a set for all eras of Rush, okay? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and beyond. I would love to see Funko Pops for each era, updated hairstyles, clothing options, and so on. I would love to see that someday. Because, you know, while it's cool to have the vintage kimono look, I am dropping. Okay, and there goes Alex. While it's cool to have the vintage kimono look, it's still... Man, I just wanted to swallow what happened just now. My dream of showing you guys my bobblehead. Oh my goodness, you guys. I can't believe I'm showing this on camera. I just told myself, don't show him, don't show him, don't show him. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. And then I'm just like, frick, Alex is broken. But you know what? I can actually clip him back in. He's sort of back okay. I'll have him glue him. My son is the maestro of a glue gun. I'll have him glue him. That is freaking depressing. But believe me, I'm sure Alex would have a one-liner about losing his head during this video. Oh, man. Frick, that sucks. All right. Yes, I have a one-liner. Contact me at 1-8. All right, moving on. I can't even get that joke up. Next up, mugs. Yes, when I ordered one of my favorite albums is Counterparts, and I ordered this mug, I opened it on camera for the first time, saw a chip in it. A couple weeks later, I got an email from Backstage Club, and Backstage Club said, "Hey, you got a new mug yet?" And I said, no. And they sent me a new mug. Actually, what's inside here? Oh, this is my, by the way, this is my 12 Monkeys necklace. That's what that is, from 12 Monkeys. All right, sign of the witness. But the point is, I got a new mug from Backstage Club after they contacted me. Thank you, Backstage Club. Your attention to detail and customer service, I truly do appreciate. This mug I had to have. Also, we saw this in an earlier video. Established in 1974 or since 1974, so am I. Okay, Rush's 50th anniversary, so is mine. Sweet, sweet, awesome, cool mug. And what else do we have? I don't know. That might be it. Guys, what's crazy is, and I say crazy, yeah, we collect stuff through the years for our favorite bands, TV shows, movies, celebrities we like, but especially Rush. And I wanted to be serious for a moment and say that if it weren't for Hugh Syme, if you look at all of your album covers of Rush, okay, tour books, and so on, the sweet art that you see is because of Hugh Syme. He has helped chart that course in artistic sensibility. Given the ideas and vision of Neil Peart, okay, I believe Neil was really instrumental in coming up with some of these concepts, if not all. But Hugh Syme took that and ran with it. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Hugh Syme, wherever he is right now. Thank you, brother. Because the artwork and the conceptual art and a way to give us a visual world to represent music. Notes on a page, strums of a guitar, beats of a drum. But you're turning that into a visual medium, right? The connecting interlace of those two things, music and visuals and art. They did that with their tours, but that even came from the album art. So I'm very thankful to Hugh Syme. He's given us some amazing material. We wouldn't have the Starman without him, for example. And so on and so on. And Roll the Bones, the kid kicking the skull. The Hemispheres with the two guys on each side, the naked guy and the prim, proper guy with the bowler hat or whatever. You know, I could go on and on and on and on. The effect of Hugh Syme on the artistry of Rush. And what it does is it unlocks that inner part of us, that imagination. That yearning for adventure in the mystical. In the possibilities of what art and music, and when they collide. That's what Rush is. And it's that perfect union of those two things that made so many of us fall in love with Rush, right? Because it was a total package. And a total package not, ever since 2112, influenced by a boardroom and ad executives and record executives and all that kind of crap. This is art made by artists, and to me, that's everything. Just like the song Spirit of Radio. So guys, thank you so much. It's really fun, all the stuff we get to collect through the years.